Guys, I might ruffle some feathers with the way that I'm going to start this video, but I got a riddle for you. What has spoke wheels, a badge on the tank, is manufactured by the Japanese, and is more reliable than the British twins? The Yamaha XS650. This is a 72 model. Very early. Solex carbs, badge on the tank. This one is the candy red model. Original paint, original seat and seat foam. Original exhaust system. The chrome fenders are straight in excellent condition. The bike's never been down, and it runs like an absolute Rolex watch. Jimmy just went through the fuel system. The carbs were ultrasonically cleaned and synchronized. I'm gonna stop flapping my gums, show you how easy starting the bike is, take you in on test ride, and I'll give you the facts, what was actually done to the bike in our service shop now. There's a reason why the XS650 is being chosen by garage mechanics and builders to make cafe bikes and custom chopper builds, all the above. The fact is, these bikes are good candidates for custom builds and whatnot, so they're most of the time they're chopped up. An original example is just, well, for one, they're not trading hands in the private parties, and for two, they're rarely offered for sale in the classifieds. So what does that leave you? Vintage dealers or small collections, if you're lucky. Guys, early XS650s are hard to come by. Check my YouTube. I've been searching. You guys haven't seen one come up on my page for a reason. I hope you can hear this. Texas Reg from 93. Still present. We left that on there. That's Providence, baby. Full work order I'm going to go over once we get back. But I'm going to shut up so you guys can hear this thing. These, for early disc brakes, this system is absolutely on point. In fact, that's the first thing that I noticed when I got on this bike and rolled it down the driveway. The brakes are just ridiculous. The carbs have been very well done, cleaned and synchronized by Jimmy. He's one of our master wrenches, old-time drag racer, and the guy's an absolute lunatic on the bench. Sync these carbs perfectly. Revved it up to 6K. It looks like the red line's around 7,500. Got it going about quick. This is a quick bike, guys, and it makes absolute music. I'm not sure if there was a detune or a change in the exhaust system. I'm sure there was, but this thing barks, guys. Come on now. Typical Jap tranny. No clunks, false neutrals, or anything funky like that you might find on a British bike. Guys, not to knock the British stuff. I mean, aside from the electronics, let's say, the Triumph Bonneville, the BSA, the Lightning Rocket, those are phenomenal motorcycles. I can't take anything from them. Delightful to find a good example that's well tuned, such as this XS650, but no one does better than the Japs, guys. I mean, this could be a debate all day long, but when you're looking for something that's going to start up every day, that's going to be a relatively hassle-free. I mean, none of these vintage bikes are going to be completely without any sort of idiosyncrasies or issues. But to find one that's well sorted, well, first, guys, no vintage shop takes bikes in like these. Well, let me rephrase that. There are no vintage shops around privately, unless you're very, very lucky. If you do have one, their availability is going to be shoddy. Likely, they won't have the best service because of how slammed they are, and they probably won't even take you in. If they do, the rates are going to be through the roof. Work like this is difficult to have done unless you're a garage mechanic who knows what's up. We just completely went through this XS650, and I'm going to go through all of its faults, all of the pros. But currently, it starts right up and runs like an absolute top. Clutch does not slip. Brakes are on point. In regards to originality, you'll be hard pressed to find another example this week. But let me grab the docs here. Read you straight from the work order. Make sure that we're still shooting here. Yep. All right. So original seat and seat foam. I got a nice little parts list here. A couple $100. $361 is the retail value of the parts that I'm going to read off to you. First, remove the carbs. Complete disassembly. Toss them in the ultrasonic tank to be cleaned. New fuel lines, which are the stock spec. 2 inline fuel filters were added. Not that it needed it. The inside of the tank is very clean. That's just standard for these bikes. It's what we like to do. Hey, there's the guy that detailed it. What's up, Doc? Hey, Doc, come on over here. Come on over. I'm talking about this XS650. So, when's the last time that we had a badge tank XS650?
Not lately.
Not lately. No.
Not lately.
Hey, guess who's been searching pretty obsessively on Facebook and the classifieds? I have. So, what do you got to say about this one, Doc?
This bike is really nice. Totally original. You can't find these bikes no longer or anywhere. And they ran this color scheme. It's just really gorgeous, really pop.
Yeah.
You look at the bike, there's a lot of extra chrome on it. Side cover.
Right.
All the little pieces,
right,
all
like
the nuts and bolts
right.
on the top.
Right.
It separates it from the others.
Right.
And this is prior to it turning to its XS now, and then it went to the 650 Special.
Right.
This.
Right.
But this was much more. They like this bike much more. It has a lot. It's made into hot rods and cafe racers.
That's what I was talking about.
Chosen,
yeah.
The chosen bike of them.
So guys, Doc is the lead detailer here at the museum. Here's some of our other guys. What's up, Ronnie? Kenny? And I mean, Doc, on a scale for original paint, what would you rate this at? 1 to 10?
It's definitely a 9, possible 9.5.
It's very close in regards to
very little wear.
Original. What's up, Ronnie?
Bike.
So I know Ronnie chipped in on this XS. She came in and it was a barn find, but this is all, well, for the most part, original finishes. And I mean, guys, it's stunning. Back to the work order. So lube the throttle cables, checked and set the carb sync, which is key for running clean all the way up through the rev range. Installed a new battery and a new tender lead. 1 gallon of ethanol-free VP fuel, mixed 100 to 1. We like doing that, guys, mixing a little bit of oil into our 4-stroke fuel for a handful of different reasons, but it's more so of a preservation measure than anything. It's very healthy for a motor like this. Get all the lights to work correctly. Fix the neutral light switch. Guys, if you find one of these in the classifieds, they're going to have electrical problems. The carbs aren't going to be right. And good luck finding someone that's going to make it right for you. That's the fact of the matter. Inexpensively at that, it won't happen. Straighten out the wires in the headlight bucket and install a new horn. So we went right through the bike. 10 hours service in the detail shop, hand wash, and the painted pieces were removed. Some of the pieces on the bike were removed to be refinished. The motor was polished the best that they could, as well as the exhaust system and the fenders, which came out just absolutely stunning. I mean, let me get up close on this front fender. You know, some scratches if you look very closely, but guys, this is as straight as it gets. And even on the underside, like, there's no rust. Like, this is, oh, it's just no pitting. Like, it's just absolutely stunning. And this is original equipment, guys. I mean, it's been garage kept. Let me see. All the chrome polished, etc. Original paint was buffed and waxed, and some pieces were vapor blasted. The frame was touched up and some spots stripped and painted as a rust preventative measure, likely in this area right here and throughout. But it's not an automotive quality job, but it looks great and it's functional. Little dent in the tank here, but overall, guys, this is as good as you'll find them. Let me see. As far as running gear and equipment here, the tires look to be a little bit dry. Let me see on the front here. A little bit dry, but certainly usable, depending on your tolerance. Guys, there's still a lot of tread left on these tires, and we'll leave that up to the next owner in an attempt to not have to price the bike out of the market. We're going to leave that up to the new owner. Old battery had spilled a little bit of acid, so there's a little bit of acid wash on the front of the rear fender here, and some staining on the motor here, but it is original, guys, and it is beautiful, and it runs like a top, and I don't have nothing left to say about that, guys. For a badge tank XS650, you'd be hard pressed to find another. This is an original paint bike with moderate mileage that's been completely commissioned by a reputable service facility that specializes in vintage bikes. So there's not much else to say, guys. From an investment standpoint, phenomenal. Look at the recent auction results. These bikes are going through the roof, and you will see a great return on investment, especially considering the entry price that we're going to have the bike at. So questions, call us 860-454-7024. Ship the bike anywhere in the States inexpensively. Message us your zip code for a quote. Nothing left to say, guys. Good luck bidding. God bless America.